Welcome to today's Psych with Sigmund, where we explore the fascinating world of psychology. I'm your host, Sigmund, and today we're going to dive into the concept of sports psychology performance anxiety. This phenomenon affects not only athletes, but also individuals from all walks of life who face high-pressure situations. So, let's get started. To begin with, sports psychology performance anxiety refers to the feelings of apprehension, worry, or fear that individuals experience when they're about to perform in a situation where their skills are being evaluated or judged. This can be a sports competition, a public speech, a job interview, or any other scenario where the stakes are high and the pressure is on. In everyday language, it's that nervous feeling you get when you're about to do something important, and you're not sure if you'll succeed. The concept of sports psychology, performance anxiety, has been around for decades, but it gained significant attention in the 1960s with the work of psychologists like Richard Lazarus and Susan Folkman. They introduced the idea that anxiety is a cognitive appraisal process where individuals evaluate their ability to cope with a threatening situation. Since then, numerous researchers have contributed to our understanding of this concept, including psychologists like Albert Bandura, who developed the theory of self-efficacy, and Daniel Goleman, who explored the role of emotional intelligence in performance. One of the key theoretical frameworks that explains sports psychology performance anxiety is the transactional model of stress and anxiety. This model, developed by Lazarus and Folkman, suggests that anxiety arises from the interaction between an individual's cognitive appraisal of a situation and their perceived ability to cope with it. When individuals perceive a situation as threatening and feel that they don't have the necessary skills or resources to manage it, they experience anxiety. Research has shown that sports psychology performance anxiety can have both positive and negative effects on performance. On the one hand, a moderate level of anxiety can enhance focus, motivation, and arousal, leading to improved performance. On the other hand, excessive anxiety can lead to decreased concentration, increased muscle tension, and impaired decision-making, ultimately resulting in poor performance. For example, imagine a professional tennis player who's about to serve for the match. If they're moderately anxious, they might feel a surge of adrenaline that helps them focus and deliver a precise serve. However, if they're excessively anxious, they might become distracted by their worries, tense up, and hit the ball into the net. So, how can we manage sports psychology performance anxiety? One effective strategy is to develop coping skills, such as deep breathing, visualization, or positive self-talk. These techniques can help individuals regulate their emotions, build confidence, and develop a more realistic appraisal of their abilities. Additionally, setting realistic goals, developing a pre-performance routine, and seeking social support from coaches, teammates, or friends can also be beneficial. Another important concept related to sports psychology performance anxiety is the idea of flow, introduced by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Flow refers to the optimal psychological state where individuals are fully engaged, focused, and immersed in an activity. When athletes experience flow, they're able to perform at their best without being distracted by anxiety or self-doubt. In conclusion, sports psychology performance anxiety is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that affects individuals from all walks of life. By understanding its theoretical background, research findings, and practical applications, we can develop effective strategies to manage it and improve our performance in high-pressure situations. Remember, anxiety is a natural response to threat, but with the right mindset, skills, and support, we can learn to harness it and achieve greatness. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.